Willie D Live.
What's up, family? We got TMZ footage of Donald Trump, your president, flipping off a Ford worker who called him a pedophile protector. Check it out. Did I say your president? Family. Not only is Donald Trump the worst president of all time, he's not just the worst president in U.S. history. He is the worst president by far in all of history. Yes. This dude is ghetto for real. See, they like to use ghetto as a synonym for black politicians and really pretty much anybody who they don't like when they stand up for themselves. First thing they yell, oh, it's ghetto, ghetto, ghetto. They're really saying, they really want to say, it's really a euphemism for the N-word, right? We all know that, right? Family, I don't think some of y'all understand what I'm saying. If this was an isolated incident, a one-off, one might be inclined to extend grace to Trump. But this is who he is. This dude has a history of unpresidential and classless acts. I'm going to stick to the facts, and you be the judge. Check this out. Trump has mocked a disabled reporter at a 2015 rally, a moment that drew bipartisan condemnation. He's insulted Gold Star families, including publicly feuding with the family of a fallen U.S. soldier. He's referred to certain countries as shithole countries, language even Republican lawmakers admitted crossed the line. He's used Twitter to insult world leaders, allies included, often escalating tensions instead of calming them down. He's called women degrading names like dogs, nasty, or worse, including journalists and political opponents. He's threw paper towels at hurricane victims in Puerto Rico, a moment that many saw as tone deaf during a humanitarian crisis. He's openly bragged about sexual behavior on tape, saying that his fame allowed him to cross boundaries most people would be condemned for. Remember? You grabbed him by the, you know what? He's held campaign-styled rallies while in office, frequently attacking Americans rather than uniting them. He's publicly threatened journalists, calling the press the enemy of the people, rhetoric historically associated with authoritarian regimes. He's refused to commit to accepting election results before votes were cast, breaking a long-standing democratic norm. He's encouraged supporters to rough up protesters at rallies, joking about violence instead of condemning it. He's used the presidency to settle personal grudges, naming individuals repeatedly instead of addressing policy. He's spent extensive time attacking late-night comedians, athletes, and private citizens, behavior more typical of a celebrity feud than a head of state. The trumpets are quick to say, Willie D, you just a Democrat shield, that's all, you just don't like Trump, and first of all, I'm independent. I am a free thinker for real. Yeah, free thinker right here, glad to meet you. Yeah, anyway, secondly, this is not about policy disagreement. Presidents argue policy all the time. This is about tone, restraint, and whether the office is treated with dignity. and not as a reality show. This is exactly what this is, fam. This dude is hopping on Twitter. Well, not Twitter, his failed Truth Social network. Daily, just going off, just clowning. You know, when his first term was Twitter, just tweet every morning. And now, this is what he do. He's a head of state. No other head of state in the entire world is hopping on social media every morning, ranting, just calling out enemies and talking about what he don't like and who he do like and what he gonna do to this person and what he gonna do to that person. And, you know, this dude, like, what kind of woman could be attracted to a dude like that? He got girl in him. Like, that's, man, look. And you know what? Let me take that back because that's insulting to women. So let me take that back. He got girl in him. He got something else in him. I don't know what it is, but he got something else in him. Don't know what it is, but this is behavior unbecoming of a president. This dude is the head of state and he acts like a regular old loser. He really talks like he lost the election. If you listen to him talk, you would think Biden was still the president because even his minions talk about Biden all the time. Biden and Obama, all the time. They just, Obama. What about Obama? What about Biden? What about Obama? Just kicking the can down the road. Say, man, let me tell you something. If I was the president, I'm stepping in. I'm going to make y'all forget about every other president. I'm going to be that good, man. I'm going to be so good. I'll make you forget about everybody else. And I'm going to stand on business. You know what? Since Trump came in office, remember when before he got in, he said, first day, I'm going to sign an executive order for this, executive order for this, that. I'm doing executive orders. Let me see what my first executive order would be. My very first executive order. Get rid of qualified immunity for police officers. That's number one. That's number one on the list. No more qualified immunity for you uncivilized mutts. Shoe fit wear. Number two, death penalty for any police officer who kills one of my citizens illegally. You gonna die. Yeah, man. Yeah, death penalty is up. It's gonna be on the table. You're going to get the same thing that a citizen would get if a citizen killed you. Yeah, the death penalty is going to be on the table. I am going to pursue it vigorously. And I'm going to make sure that all of those who are tasked with enforcing said law is on the job. Yeah. Let's see. What's another executive? Oh. Day one, I'm writing into law the Karen law. If you call our law enforcement with some BS, talking about some black person is over here, standing here and don't belong in the neighborhood or in the wrong apartment complex, you going to jail. Oh yeah. And I'm going to fine you. You getting fined minimum $20,000. Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm coming strong. You getting fined a minimum $20,000. Next executive order. From here, the order really don't matter, but it's going to be a priority. Vocational courses back into the schools. Yeah, you know they systematically took them out so that they could limit young black men and women action. We wanted to make sure that they limit it so that they can control it. If they can limit your action, if they can limit your income, your options, then now you have to beg them for a job, which they ain't gonna give you, right? So what that's gonna do? That'll make you desperate and do some things that you might not normally do, because desperate situations calls for desperate measures. They want you to be a slave to their system. They don't want you to be independent. And vocational courses in the schools prepare young people to have a skill that they could use to get paid at all times. If you become a plumber, you learn how to be a plumber, an electrician, a welder, any number of those trades that were out there. You learn to do that, you can always feed your family. And at the very least, you'll be able to feed yourself at all times. But they took that away because they wanted to make sure that they supported the school to prison pipeline. That's what that was about, getting rid of that. Yeah, let's see what else. Oh, executive order, let them go. Anybody in jail for life for nonviolent crimes where they wasn't responsible for somebody maybe losing their life savings and killing themselves or something, all y'all go home. Everybody going home. Anybody got them big sentences, 20 years, 30 years, 15, 10 years. You're going back home, man. We gonna spend some money. Executive order, man. Executive order for mental illness. That really would probably be my number two or three. And the only reason why I say the police first to get rid of that qualified immunity, because we got to stop the bleeding right now with them. We got to get at them right now. So, but that mental health, that's really the single greatest investment that America needs to make. America is sick, and we spending money on everything but our mental health. We spending money on cosmetics, clothes, homes, cars. We spending money on vitamins. Money is being spent on all types of entertainment, stadiums, museums, parks, new planes and bombs and all this type of stuff. We need to spend some money on mental health. America is sick. Everybody mad. Everybody got a gun. Everybody want to shoot, kill something. We got to invest in mental health. That's a big one. Anybody out there that's got a good program, a mental health program, where you really got your stuff together, man, reach out, give me a call, man. I would love to work with you in that capacity, because man, we're surrounded by uncivilized mutts. If Donald Trump would have had treatment early on, if he would have taken a mental evaluation early on, we wouldn't be in this position if that was mandatory. If being mentally stable was mandatory before you could become the president of the United States, we wouldn't be in this situation. But what say you, fam? Drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. No more talk.